So what we've come to find is the average person's only operating about 40% of their ability. Now they think they're maxing out, but they're not. There's lazy and unaware, which sometimes we find those. There's high potential. There's high performers, but then there's a fourth level that no one talks about. This is all we focus on. It's how do we get these high performers to what we call optimal performers. Optimal performance, high output at a sustainable pace compared to one's own ability. I want to get everyone to optimal performance. What's a zebra's job? It's two things. You eat and you don't die. Like that's all they do all day long. They eat and they don't get eaten. When they're sitting there just kind of chewing and grazing on the grass, their heart is at a ridiculously low resting rate. The second that lion jumps out at them, it flies to the 200 beats per minute. So sure, could you do it? Yeah, but just because it works doesn't mean it's wise. And I tell every client I work with is like, look, I get that it's worked for you, but there's a reason you called me. Is because what you're doing is not actually working. So our goal is to be wise, not just to get random results. Our culture has taught us it's all about the end result. And yes, at the end of the day, results are what matters. But I want to see how you can sustainably get those results, not just a one off lucky shot. So, reverse planning is a simple model that debunks the way we've planned our whole life. The way most people plan, they make a to do list, they do the to do list. That's their plan. That's not planning, that's making a list. Planning requires a strategy. So, if there's no strategy, you're not planning, you're just making a list. The reason why is because a month is too long and a day is too short. So we focus on the week. So outside of gaining an extra 15 hours of productivity every week when they use this system, one of the things that clients always tell me, they're like, I haven't slept in so long. I can go to sleep knowing my thoughts. What would you do with an extra month every single year? We want to give you more time to do more of what you want while still getting the exact same results, having the margin to grow when you need so you're not at 100%. But what happens is the average person is doing what I call symptomatic solutions. They're solving for the symptoms. They're saying, hey, communication is an issue. Can you come help me teach my people about how to communicate? Your people know how to communicate. They're just not doing it, right? Like it's not a skill issue. It's a choice issue. It's a mindset issue. So what we do is we don't teach people what to do. We teach people how to do it. You can argue thoughts, you can argue ideas, but when I sit there and say, I use this system, I got this result, I don't care what generation they're in and what you want to say, Z's versus millennials, X's to boomers, they can't argue experience. The way you get people to make choices is by show them proof of concept. So during our teaching, they're walking through exercises that are setting their weeks up and showing them they're not as busy as they think they are. Because I tell people all the time, people aren't the problems. People have problems, and that's why you have people problems. It's a disaster not having those two things, bookend, intention, and structure. And it's
Yeah.
because of the mess that I am. I need those. It's not the severity of the situation. It's the lack of preparation on my end of what I can control.